Good everyone, I'm going to this video, and today we have a battle that I had in the Whirlwind P.9. And there's a reason why this video is titled A Well-Earned Ace, because God Almighty, this was well earned. Let's put it that way. So I was out in the Whirlwind P.9 doing my dailies and doing things like that. It was just nothing really special. I was doing the dailies, I was doing the specials, and I figured I'm getting kind of bored of flying the same birds, so I thought I'll change it up a bit and drag out the P9. And this turned out to be a very difficult match to, shall we say, cope with because of the sheer amount of crap I had to put up with in this match. I had useless teammates, I had tanker trash, I had people playing like absolute morons, and I had a kill stealer. It was just unbelievable. But I somehow managed to pull this off, as well as a sick ass reversal, which I'm sure Munchkin will like. But this was certainly unexpected, and I was not expecting to win this match. So, like I said, I was out in the Whirlwind P9 and I was using ground target ammunition. Obviously, convergence doesn't really matter because all the guns are in nose, but if you really want to know, it was 600. Um, and to be brutally honest, I don't know how I pulled this off, but I just somehow did. It was just really nice to have. Now, I have done a video on the Whirlwind P9 before. That was when I first got it, and I was actually pretty impressed with this aircraft. It was very capable, it had a great performance, and it had good firepower, because obviously you get more ammunition, you get just have a double of the Mark 1, and I like the Mark 1, but the ammunition capacity really holds it back. With this, you don't have that trouble as per much, and it's just nice to have that luxury that you can afford to do a carry like this in this aircraft if you really must. Now, of course, it is an aircraft that not many people tend to like, because the Whirlwinds are very hit and miss, and they can be very special in the way that they fly. But they're certainly capable, and I can promise you this aircraft is a lot of fun, if you got it. If you still have the Mark 1, it's still fun, you just have to be very careful on your trigger. But as you're going to see in this battle, not even I knew how I was going to pull this off, but I somehow did. So, let's go take a look at the replay, and let's take a look at the Whirlwind's P9's well-deserved victory. And trust me, this was down to a let's put it this way. It was down to the wire. So, just to point out, we've got two, shall we say, annoying teammates in this match, and one of them is BUI Bavarian, who is in a Spitfire and does absolutely nothing. He just circles around at high altitude and lands and J's out when he doesn't do anything. And we also have the Kill Stealer IDF Black Tiger, but you're going to see him later. We also have a new running joke in our Discord is Tanker of the Day, where we basically go over a useless player of the day. And the Ghost won in his F4U 1A Corsair, won that for that day. That'll give you an idea of what he's going to contribute with his F4U 1A Corsair. So this is a 24-minute and 55-second battle. This was literally down to the wire. And as you can see down here, we have a team kill right off the bat. Typical pilot appeared to have team killed the B-18A because the B-18 would have beaten him to the first strike award. Yes, he's really that petty. So, starting off, I obviously climbed up to altitude because, well, it's a whirlwind, I kind of have to. And there you can see the Ghost's contribution to the match. He base bombs. That's it. That's all he's going to do. And this is where I really have to start knocking down the enemy's numbers, because as you can tell by my team, we're already 4 dead, make that 5. And my team has pretty much done nothing. Well, one of them's managed to kill a plane, but this team is collapsing like a house of cards, and it's unbelievable that they're collapsing so quickly, but unfortunately, this means that I have to pull my arse and pull my weight like it's going out of style. So coming onto the Focke-Wulf, he takes a good burst to put down, but nice and careful on the trigger, and that is kill number 1. Swinging it around for the I-16, and this is where the kill steal happens. So as you saw there, his wingtip was gone and his elevators are gone. He is in a flat spin. So what does Black Tiger do? He comes along and steals it. Congratulations, you have been pointed out as a dickhead. But don't worry, he's going to get his just desserts later. I'm not going to team kill him. I was tempted to, but I needed the ammunition. Trust me, you don't get a lot. So, I'm picking my target here. I was thinking the Focke-Wulf, but then I thought the 109 is trying to reclimb. I'll go for him instead. And I'll let Captain Douchebag behind me go for the Focke-Wulf. He ends up being even more of a douche because he actually goes and straights out 2 planes on the runway as the enemy try to land, but at least the AAA shoots him down. Good burst on the BF-109. Second short burst blows him to bits for kill number 2. And we're already 7.5 minutes into this match, and we have a lot more to cover. So Captain Douchebag and his Spitfire goes for the Focke-Wulf 190, that's returning to base for a damaged engine. And he's also going to strafe out one of the, I believe the BF-109, no it's the I-16 from earlier. Well, another I-16 on the runway, but he may have gotten 3 kills, but only 2 of them were sort of deserved, and even then that was a bit scummy going straight to their airfield only 8 minutes into the match. But hey, that's how some douchebags are. So now that Bavarian has managed to, well, now that Tiger is gone, that just leaves me with the Ghost 1, who's going to get swarmed very shortly. And also leaves us with BY Bavarian, who was about as useful as tits on a boar hog. So here I spot Zach C788 in his BF-109 F2, the flattened Frederick. And I'm getting in nice and close for this shot because I want to be making sure that this does as much damage as possible. Not waiting for anything, radio command. I was taking the mickey out of the what are you waiting for that you sometimes get in the battles. And, well, I was wanting to get in nice and close. The first burst put a good solid hit into him, get a spark there, but then the second burst after that blows the BF-109 F2 to bits for kill number 3. Now I believe the Ghost does actually get a kill. I think it's... no, he doesn't actually. He just pretty much drags them all down. And here you can see BV Bavarian being as useful as tits on a boar hog. He's now flying at low altitude, not doing anything, returning to the airfield after doing nothing. Congratulations. So at this point, the Ghost 1 is being swarmed by 4 enemy aircraft, a Russian P-40, a Chinese I-16, a Focke-Wulf 190 and a German Yak. So I've got a lot of pressure on me at the minute. And there goes the Ghost. He's just been shot down by Nihilistic in the P-40E. And Zach has officially left the match, so you can guess what the final 4 kills are going to be. It just takes a long time to get them done. So my initial targets were going to be the Yak 1 and the P-40, because obviously the I-16's down on the deck. The Yak 1 is arguably the most dangerous out of this lot. And the P-40 I'd put there as second best for dangerousness. But luckily, the P-40 wants to make my job a little bit easier. Because remember, this is a 4 versus 1 carry. Well, technically 5 versus 1, because Ghost was about as useless tits on the boar hog. And so was BV Bavarian, so I didn't include him. There goes that P-40 for kill number 4. Obviously, I am losing a bit of control here due to the compression. So I'm pulling back up to drain some speed and get myself back to altitude. And this is where I had a bit of a dilemma. I only had about 140 rounds left, and by the time I kill this Focke-Wulf, I think I only have about 70. And he does try to throw me off here, but yeah, that doesn't work like that, mate. Sorry to say. I pull up for the shots, and there we go. He's not very happy about that one. And there is the ace for kill number 5. This leaves me with 11 minutes left on the clock and 2 enemy aircraft left, a German Yak and a Chinese I-16 Type 17. Which, side note, I do not like that thing. So I'm going to jump us ahead because obviously we are returning to the base, and the quickest way to actually land a Whirlwind is to do what you just saw there. So after popping a blind hunt order, I immediately notice a problem. The yak's above me. And this is where I kind of have to get a bit lucky. So I attempt to do a classic reversal. Now it's a 2-on-1 fight up, so the I-16 is a few miles away yet, and I'm trying to force the yak to get a little bit faster. My hope was to not take too much damage from this yak, and luckily I didn't. But I get a cracking reversal, pull the trigger, single fire, which does go out. That one does go out. That doesn't kill the yak. But shortly after pulling up, after regaining control of the aircraft and getting into a better firing solution, another short burst, second fire, and that finishes off the German yak, leaving it with just a 1 versus 1 situation. And the I-16 pilot in chat is going to be rather surprised that I managed to pull that off. As you can see there, he says, "Oh, for fuck's sake," because he just saw a German yak get reversal by a Whirlwind. And I put in chat, he fell for a classic reversal. Now this is where the I-16 pilot starts to get a little bit of, shall we say, he tries to make me feel sorry for him, but I knew he would try that. After having a brief conversation with him, he says he's going to land in J out. But I knew this wouldn't happen. Look at the match timer. I went for a shot, but he knew I was going to go for a shot, and then he attempts to maneuver back round onto my ass for a shot. But I'm waiting for him. I'm dodging him, and I don't take a scratch, but I knew he was going to try and force the matchmaker to force the match timer, I should say, to get himself the win. But luckily, I managed to convince him in chat to just do a quick head-on, which probably takes a couple of minutes, because, well, this guy is rather maneuverable, and I'm not. But he says, let's do this. He does turn in sharply. Obviously, I can't really get a shot here. I do score a crit, but you saw a black puff there. If that hadn't happened, he'd be dead right now. And this is where I jokingly type in chat after dodging his attempts at shots. Spark on 32 ping, and gotta love his sparkers, I believe I put. And I corrected him there because he said I didn't spark. I did. I knew I did. And I said, if I hadn't have sparked, you'd be a fireball. So I swing the Whirlwind back out after getting into a better position. It's down to the wire. We're down to just less than 40 seconds of the match remaining. I swing the Whirlwind round, pull the trigger, and that's kill number 7. Should have been kill 8, but you can't exactly stop kill stealing douchebags, can you? I hope you all enjoyed that one. That was certainly a carry that I never thought I'd get, but yeah, it's definitely up my respect for the Whirlwind. I've got to say that. I really do enjoy this aircraft. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys off. I hope you enjoyed today's video on the Whirlwind P9, and I will catch you all on the next one.